What up? T-Bob here.
And Jake as well.
And look at you. You done stumbled upon little OTB Saints, where we bring you all the latest black and gold coverage.
Who are the Saints going to draft? Who's going to be their quarterback? What does the salary cap look like? All that information and more.
Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe. Great weekend. So much good to break down. Taylor, your Cowgirls. How are we feeling?
Not good. I mean, so you asked me on Friday, like, what my biggest concern was, and I said, you know, if the Saints get up early, Dak Prescott against the secondary, which that happens in big games all the time. That's why I don't like Dak Prescott. The thing that was the most concerning to me was, like, when you looked at this on paper, anyone could be like, hey, the Cowboys probably have an advantage in the trenches, and that could not have been further from the truth.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you were talking about, like, the offensive line not giving up any sacks, but, like, you went against Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence. Like, that was the story of the game for me. And then on the other side of things, I get that the Cowboys' offensive line is not as good as it has been in the last couple of years, but, like, it was still projected to be one of the top 15 offensive lines in the league.
It
And,
didn't look like it did.
and no, that's what I'm saying. Like, this Saints team is legit. I came away more – because, I mean, I knew the Cowboys would struggle against physical teams. I came away more just blown away with what the Saints did. I mean, I was like Victoria was looking at me in the car on the way home. She goes, "What do you think?" I was like, "I got nothing to say." I was like, "The Saints offense is legit." I mean, me and you were talking about it before the show started. I was like, think about how bad Pete Carmichael messed up this team. It's the same players from a year ago, and you scored on your first 6 possessions. Like, they weren't fluky. Like,
No.
Derek Carr goes out there 75 yards first play. Rashid Shaheed on your second offensive possession of the game. I mean, there was nothing you could do. And then, like, at the beginning of the game, it was still tight. Like, the Cowboys were putting up points, but, like, they could not match it. You were trading touchdowns for field goals is what it was. And then once you get behind, once you let Dak throw the ball a lot, he was going to make the mistakes. He had the 2 interceptions, and then the Saints just put it on him.
Put it on him.
How about them Cowboys?
Week 2. The crazy thing is, you do raise a couple good points among all your buffoonery there, Taylor. As
What did I do?
maybe the most important point that I think you hit on is something that I wanted to highlight as well, which is despite the torrid start, right? Despite the fact that you came out and put up 21 seemingly in the blink of an eye, the Cowboys come back with a massive CeeDee Lamb touchdown. And all of a sudden, it's 21-13. So, like, the game is fine. And it goes back to what we were talking about last segment, right? The idea of, is it fluky? And if it was fluky, at that point, the game settles down. You start to trade blows a bit. Like every other NFL game, it ends pretty close. You know, it's going to come down to the wire. And it's a score or two. What the Saints did was immediately come back and score another 50-yard touchdown. Or actually, no, because the screen would have been the 3rd touchdown. I can't remember what the 4th one. A lot of touchdowns to keep track of, guys. But the point is, what the Saints came back and did was immediately going back-to-back touchdown drives again to make it 5 in the first half. And put up the most points that the Cowboys have ever given up in a single half of football in the franchise's history. So again, like when it was 21-13 and CD scores, at that point, I've watched enough football where I'm expecting the game to calm down and to find its level. And Kubiak in the offense said, not today. Because, like, yeah, the beginning, you're not going to find a better beginning than that. They ran 12 plays and had 3 touchdowns, 2 of which came from 50-plus yards. And what more can you say about Rashid Shaheed and the offensive weapon that he represents? You know, it was interesting because before camp, we talked about Shaheed and the potential to maybe be a massive weapon this year, right? That he was going to be wide receiver 2. Obviously, return game, we all know what he can do. They're like, that was going to be a great weapon for Kubiak to play. Then he spends all camp kind of out. And it felt like a lot of the hype got deflated. We'll crank it back up. Because objectively, Rashid Shaheed is the 2nd best deep threat in the NFL to Tyreek Hill. And I say objectively because that's a literal statistic. I can't remember if it's like plays over 40 or 50 or 30. It's one of those, but Rashid Shaheed is second in the NFL to Tyreek Hill since they've been playing. And here's what Derek Carr had to say about Shaheed after about his read on the 70-yard touchdown, and it shows you just how insane Shaheed's speed is. It's a long quote. It says, quote, "There was cloud coverage to his side, which is insane that he outran that. Cloud to his side, quarters on my left, and I don't know. I mean, God blessed him to be able to run really fast, and I just prayed that the ball got there because he was flying. I came out of that fake with the coverage, and I'm thinking Olave all the way. And as soon as I turned around, I saw Sheed already that far down the field. I was like, holy crap. The way he ran, the angle he took was so elite. I just wanted to hug him afterwards. Like, thank you so much for seeing that the way you saw that. Oh, my gosh, this guy's different." So I want to explore that quote because I love that quote because it speaks to a few things. First off, I do think it speaks to the veteran processing speed of Derek Carr. Because when you think about Saturday, you think about the quarterback play that you saw out of South Carolina, and we'll get to all that. It's a lot of what a lot of young quarterbacks do, where the pre-snap read is the only read, and they're sticking to it no matter what. And a lot of times pre-snap reads go right, you're going to look good. The best quarterbacks have your pre-snap reads, but then they can somehow process so much information in microseconds. And to me, that's what Carr does. He comes out of the play action there thinking Olave's the read. And just through a glance, he's shocked at where Rashid already is on the field. And even though, like he said, it's cloud coverage, you should not be able to beat that deep. He's like, oh my God, he's going to. And he just rips it. And guys, the ball traveled 55 yards in the air. A dime. Strong arm from Derek Carr. And next thing you know, it's a second week in a row in which you open with a massive, massive touchdown. I mean, can we talk about the fact that Derek Carr's literally grabbing his nuts on these hoes? Crazy. Crazy. In the end zone, in Dallas, on the star, doing the MJ, and going full Marshawn Lynch beast mode on him. What a weird, weird time we live in. And it's so, and look, man, and this is the thing. Everybody's got to admit that we were wrong about this team. We literally, basically, y'all made us stop talking about them because everybody was so fed up and didn't want to hear it. The belief had gotten so low. We had to fight to inject Saints talk in because we have to for work and everything, but we had to fight to because nobody wanted to hear it. But you know what the thing is about eating crow when it comes to your favorite team is that it tastes damn good. I have no problem being wrong. No one wants to be right about negative stuff. So, yeah. Did I really think that Derek Carr could be this good? No. Did I think this O-line could play this well through 2 games? Absolutely not. I thought Trevor Penny was a disaster. I looked at his technique and told you it was absolute garbage, the worst I've ever seen. And yet here he sits, and he's blocking his ass off right now. In fact, on that first Sheed touchdown, who had Micah Parsons? Trevor Penny. So I was wrong about a lot in this team. We were wrong about D.A. And we're wrong about Mickey Loomis when we're making fun of him chomping his gum and giving us, that insane monologue about sticking with the coaches. And yes, we were right. Look, full of logical fallacies, but that doesn't matter because that's the best part about sports. We talk about it all the time, guys. What's the best part about sports is that ultimately you control your own destiny. Okay? You control your own destiny. If you win, we love you. If you win, we are more than willing to say we were wrong. Forgive us, O Saints, and let us back into your good graces. And so here we sit, 2-0, confident as ever, bought in, and we're going to take this thing 1 week at a time and keep grinding, keep working. And it's so funny how winning shapes our perception. All of a sudden, that video of DA walking in with his roller bag, coffee in hand, that's one bad mamma jamma right there, Bo. And seriously, though, the Saints defense is awesome. I mean, they're going to get buried because, like we talk about all the time, expectations what sets the narrative. And we thought the offense was going to be garbage, and they've been the best offense in the league, so of course that's going to be the story. But DA's defenses continue to be awesome. I mean, there was no Marshawn Lattimore this game, guys. The secondary is so good. Demario Davis is a timeless, ageless freak of nature. Brian Brzee making plays. Carl Granderson justifying his payday. Chase Young pressuring. I went to get sushi Friday night. I knew I only wanted to drink one thing, sake. And right there on the menu, what's staring me down? A bottle of black and gold sake. Yeah. So we ordered it. And every time we drink it, okay. And I'll be damned. Look at it, boys. So everybody celebrate however you see fit and enjoy this win. Wow, just amazing black and gold takes right there, Jake.
I don't think I've ever heard any takes that are better than the two guys that just gave you that take.
And you can keep getting them by going ahead and liking, subscribing, ringing the bell to get notifications when we post. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next OTB Saints.